Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see option selling. So there could be two types. One is call and other one is put. If positions are added in call, that acts as a resistance. If positions are added in put, that acts as a support. If equally added, then it will stay inside a range. Example, here is the example in Nifty. Okay, now we'll deep dive into today's market. So today's market, you could see it was sideways but with an SL hunting. Open was 24,400. So why SL hunting is here, I can show you the example. So you could see this part is the SL hunting zone. So you could see the open and close are almost similar. So downside it just came. This is the zone of previous close. It just hunt and it just went up. When 400 is the our ATM open, you could see it's positive for the OTM side, and then when you take ITM, you could see it's positive here because the support is strong, and it is negative here because the resistance is weak here. Okay, so you could see whenever gap up happens, by default support becomes very strong. Okay, now we'll move on. We'll check for Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty and Finnifty are same. So Finnifty will be a home book. I'll check the Midcap Nifty. Bank Nifty open was 55,800. So similar pattern is observed here. So this part is the SL hunting zone. And then when you check the open, 800 is the open. So it is positive for the OTM part and weak resistance. So negative, positive because of the strong support. So max positive in the support side. Now I'll check for Midcap Nifty. So every time I'm taking the 1 hour candle so that you will get the better idea of what happened on the previous day and what's happening today. So to give you the better idea, Midcap Nifty here, when you check for open, is 200, 13,200. Okay, so here is 200 open. So you could see open and close are almost diagonal. That means the decay would not be favorable. That's why you see negative in the call side of OTM as well as ITM, and positive on the ITM as well as OTM of the put side, because here clearly the support was strong and resistance is weak. Okay, now we'll move on to the premium category. So I'm taking the comparison of Nifty again. So we'll check the open. Open is 400. So I'll take 25,400 on both sides. And then you could clearly see from the start itself, sellers were winning. At 12:35 both sellers were winning, but at 1 p.m. when the US markets were open, the European markets were open, here put side it just went up, but then again the close was favorable to sellers. We'll move on to the Bank Nifty. I'll check just for the open, so let me just refresh it. So we are going for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty open is 55,800. So I'll take 55,800 on both the sides. 55,800. And then you could clearly see from the very start the buyers were on edge because Bank Nifty, the initial candle was very favorable to the buyers, but at the end when you see it is favorable to seller with a very less margin. As we are shifting to the second half, the sellers are gaining the momentum. Now let me refresh it again and let's do a check for Midcap Nifty. So Midcap Nifty, you can see the pattern here, and when you take open was 13,200. Okay, so let me take Midcap here, 13,200 on both the sides. So here you could see Midcap Nifty, the initial decay was very smooth. Whenever Nifty and Bank Nifty are trending, Midcap tries to be on the seller's perspective. So you could see at the end sellers were winning with the maximum point, and remember Midcap has the max delta lot size 140, so the decay would be very good, but the movement is very slow for Midcap Nifty. Even with such heavy movement, you could see how sellers are gaining the momentum. Now let's go and understand the perspective from the OI. I'm taking Nifty Trader website here. Okay, let's start with Nifty. So this is Nifty 7 and 8, almost sideways for next expiry. Sorry, it has a glitch here. So here for 23rd you could see 7 and 8. We'll go and check for Bank Nifty. Here also glitch, but it's showing for current expiry 115 and 134. Support is more for Bank Nifty. For Finnifty 10 and 16, clearly support is more, so uptrend is highly possible here. Now we'll go and check for the straddle points. So this is Nifty straddle points. As clearly you could see, the straddle is at 450 and it is 400 is also being straddled in the total. When you check for Bank Nifty with every step count of 500, there is a straddle point, but our major issue is 55,000 and 56,000 stands here as a major support and resistance. So rest the decay will be very smooth. Rest of the strikes, I mean. So here is the Midcap Nifty. Here also on count of every 100 points, the straddle has been built up smoothly, where 300 is seen as a major resistance and 900 as the major support. So that's it, guys. Thank you.